Today, it's an Ask Five with Rich Brodkin, friend of the show, on the Wandering But Not Lost podcast.
You've reached the WB&L Wandering But Not Lost podcast, where real estate and reality meet. And now your hosts, Jan O'Brien and Matt Emerson.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the WB&L Wandering But Not Lost podcast, where real estate and reality meet. This is episode 275. You can find all of those show notes over at WBNLpodcast.com. Today, this is the second half of the interview we had with Rich Brodkin last week. He went over how he actually sold his real estate team, but we went a little long. So we did the Ask Five last week, but we're cutting it into two parts and we're serving it up to you today. So join Jan, Rich, and I as we ask Rich Brodkin five.
So we want you to put your training and coaching hat on right now as you answer these five questions as you're giving advice to agents. Okay.
Sure.
So these are just, you know all these questions. So we just want to get what you would say to an agent listening to you right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Rich's answers on this.
Yeah. I think I know it, but I want to see what he said.
When we were doing the pre-show conversation, so we'll see where it goes here. First question of the Ask Five, Rich, is what's the best idea you have for an agent to manage and to grow their SOI and, stay in contact with their past clients?
Okay, number one, I say this every time. It's not just a client. I can't tell you how everybody just steals from each other. I had on my business card, experience, integrity, results. All right. Yeah, I earned that. I got a brand new agent who's with me 2 weeks. She puts on her card, experience, integrity, results. You got to be kidding me. All right. At the end of the day, again, it's all about being real, being genuine, being authentic. Okay. And you got to be able to build your sphere with people that you know, that you make a friend for life, not just a client for life. You stay in touch with them. Man, if you can get 5 to 7 referrals, that's what we say, from every transaction that you do, man, you got a business. And then your niches for riches, your segments. Mm-hmm. You can't be everything out there. New agents, they want leads. Leads. What the frig are leads if you don't know what to do with them? And if you don't have a management system, because most of them are 3, 6, or a year down the road. Yeah. And they want one. And I used to tell my agents, if I knew every lead was going to turn into a transaction, immediately, I'd never give you one. Right. Why would I give you 50% of my income when I can earn 100% of it? What am I, friggin' nuts? Okay. And nobody will do that. You got to work it. Yeah. You got to work that lead and show your value and show them properties. And that's it. And then you just got to keep in touch them and contact them and show them that that they need you. That they're not. Well, that's the big. I
think you just answered the second question to me, because I think this is your best advice. Share your top tactic for new business. So there's the people that you know, but you just said it. Find your niche, right? Would you agree that that's one of the biggest things you've shared with agents is do the niche? And
absolutely.
I don't. I'm going to just say something, because in working with you, I know how many times did you sit down with someone who had a unique. I'm thinking of somebody in my mind right now who had a connection through like the electrical workers. Remember that?
Yeah,
union, or a connection through sports. But talk a little bit about how do you dig down into that? Because that's where you would come in and you'd help an agent strategize to go really find a way to build that niche.
That is where my background experience really comes in. It's hard to teach life experience. It's hard to teach interview questions. Mm-hmm. Interview questions are critical. Now, you can buy package things with disc and all those. I'm good with that. I really am. But to me, asking probative questions, open-ended questions, allowing the other person to speak and know where to kind of drive them and target them, to pull out from them what they love, what they're passionate about, who they are, where they find their joy, where they find people, where they find happiness, where they want to continue to work, because you need to be able to stay in this business. Yeah. All right. And that's critical. And I think I was able to uniquely qualified people and probe as to help them find their path.
I agree. That was such a great thing. And but then you did that for the agent to help them figure it out by asking those questions. And because I 100% agree, I'm very much right now at this point in my career, when I work with anybody, and what I'm doing now is you got to get up every day and love the part you do to generate business.
Amen.
Like you got to be passionate about it. And that's what you just said. And then you would help the person, and coaches and trainers and team leaders. This is what you got to hear. Rich would not only help them figure it out.
Okay.
But I was going to say, you would help them put the strategy together to go out and get the business.
Right. Not everybody can be a leader, and we don't want everybody to be a leader. I need 200 agents that want to do 5-6 deals a year. Okay. Yeah. Not everybody is capable of managing 10 or 15 people successfully. Not everyone wants to do it. They can't handle it. They don't have the patience. They don't have the skill set. So, and you don't want them all, because they're going to want more than you can provide them in terms of a career path. You don't have as many opportunities for them. So you take the best, and that's how you do it. But it's having a lot of opportunities and putting people in the right places and running a company.
Got it.
It's totally the reason. One of the reasons of your success really was your attrition rate was so low was because you did help people strategize. You were an active listener, right? You made them. One size did not fit all, and that's what so many brokers just try to shove their practices, their policies, their procedures down your throat.
Oh God, boy, say that again. Rinse, repeat, rinse. Say that again, because that's the truth. Because they think they have all the answers.
Yeah. What holds you back, Rich?
What holds me back? Great question. I am thinking on that right now. What holds me back is playing it safe for too long, and an unwillingness to. It's so easy to have Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola or Keller Williams, okay, or Century 21, to have those brands behind you. Okay, but the compromise, the sacrifice is huge, as opposed to using your own creativity, your own culture, doing it your way. To me, people that do that and have financial success, God bless them. They found the secret. If you can be honest to your values, your integrity, your structure, and not, now you got to compromise. And that's what negotiation is about. But you can't sell out. You can't sell. It can't be so dominant what the trade-off is that you get up pissed off every day. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't. It's the price is too great.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, we got two more for you, and this is just what or who has inspired you, or I like people just to go with, do you have some advice for anybody on something else besides yourself that has inspired you, that would inspire other people to think about, right? To motivate.
Yeah. Thank you. My brother was one of them. My oldest brother, who passed away at 61, but he had a great business career. And I can remember he made a lot of money. He was very successful corporately. And he always said to me, Richard, you don't judge a person by the number of zeros on their paycheck. And because you take the wealthiest people in the world, they're not happy, because there's always somebody in the Forbes 400 who's higher ranked than they are. And if that's your focus, if that's your total driver, you will never be happy. So it's about balance. Money's important. It gives you freedom, but it is not the number one driver. Your family, your life, okay? Because life is all about rationalization. It's all about justifying your behaviors, and we do a great job of that. Okay, we rationalize our poor decisions, our poor behavior, blame other people. We don't hold ourselves accountable, and we rationalize what we do. We rationalize dual agency, that, I could do it. Bullshit, you can't do it. It's not true. No way you can represent both. I'd be blatantly honest. One thing Richard has always done, I'm a hell of a salesman. I can really bring people to my side. I can bullshit with the best, but I don't bullshit myself. Okay. I don't lie to myself. I don't. Never have. That's why I'm 5'7".
I love it.
Hey, Richard, let's round this out with the last question. Give us your best advice for agents to thrive now and in the future, and not just agents, maybe current or future team leaders. How do they thrive now and into the future?
Adaptability is number one. Okay, being open to change, not being so set in your ways, not thinking you know all the answers. Constantly learn, listen, watch what others are doing successfully. Ask questions. Be curious. Okay, be curious. I Google everything. I can't go to bed if there's something that is that I want an answer to. I got to find it. I got to find it because and that's it. And there's so much that you can Google. Okay, I was curious. I was curious about, and I'm a history major, how many presidents ran against each other in our history, like Biden and Trump, both are going to be former both presidents. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have any idea? I do know do you have any idea what the answer is?
No, I think it's really low.
It's happened happened 4 times that a president has skipped like a term and then wanted to come back and ran for re-election. Only successful once.
That was going to be my next question.
And which one? Which presidency?
Grover Cleveland.
Wow. Okay. Wow. There you
Only
go.
one.
History. You got a little history lesson today.
I like it.
But I'm curious.
Hey, Rich, great stuff today. So you've done your learning. You've done your earning. And where are you now, Rich?
Returning.
There you go. Good job.
Just like when you go to Starbucks and somebody spends $6 and says the car behind me cover their drink. Okay, pay forward. Okay, and if you have children and grandchildren, they come first, obviously. But certainly, if you can help a friend or somebody else, and I love doing it. I just love people asking me for counsel, advice, and it feeds my need for respect, feeds my need for my value. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Well, I love that learning, first 30 learning, earning, and then returning. That's
beautiful
nugget right there. Sums it all up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your story, and congratulations. You've made it happen, and hopefully you're really enjoying your family and grandkids and daughters and all that right now.
All right. That was another great Ask 5. Thanks, Rich, for joining us in the podcast studio. We've got a lot of great podcasts coming up on the schedule. We've got interview questions on what you should ask when you're interviewing brokers. We have great tips for team leaders and small brokers, how to train your agents, all kinds of good stuff coming up in the next few months on the podcast. If you want to get more information on today's podcast, go over to WBNLpodcast.com. This has been episode 275. And until next week, get up, get out, find your joy, and be forever wandering, but not lost.